Hey guys, I am Sheila, or you know me as Pterodactyls for the win. Woohoo!
One enemy remains.
Yup! Today I'm here with the Immortals VALORANT team, and we're going to be asking them a few questions about themselves and their thoughts on the game. Guys, would you like to introduce yourselves? We'll start with...
Yo, hello. This is Koler. Yeah, my name is Koler. I'm French Canadian, and yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Omka, but my in-game name is Genghsta, and I'm Mongolian, but I live in the United States.
What's up, guys? I'm Bjor, and I'm from Minnesota.
My name is jcStani. I'm from California.
Our 4 players that we have right now, the 5th is to be announced yet. It's me. Now that you guys are part of Immortals, what do you want our fans to know about you guys?
Me personally, I will give my best, my 100%, and it was always like a dream for me to being able to play at this level, and I'll do everything to perform, and for sure I want to grab the best French Canadian title in this game, that's for sure.
You have some competition.
Yeah, it's fine.
A lot of us don't have very big followings that were picked up, and so because of that, we're kind of undervalued and not seen as good as other people like TSM or Sentinels or other teams of that caliber. But I think we have a lot to bring to the table and a lot to show.
Yeah, none of us here are really like Counter-Strike pros, but this game isn't Counter-Strike, it's Valorant, and if you put time into playing Valorant, like you're going to be the best at Valorant.
That's true. I think, a lot of people that were picked up by, other teams and stuff who do have a bigger following, I think people just assumed that they would be, but I do think there's going to be a lot of, undiscovered talent. And I think what you said is true. If you just put in the time and the effort, but you also just have that little bit of skill to bring to the table already, then I think you guys can advance. Now let's talk about the game in itself. What are your thoughts on the character meta through the beta? Like, what are your thoughts on like the top picked OP team comp or whatnot?
The top OP team comp, I would say like Sage is absolutely necessary since the start of the game, and everyone's known that.
Even
Cypher,
after her the rework they kind of did on her,
with the, like you can be off through slows. I mean, the res is just too OP for you not to have, just get a 6-man, and the heal just allows you to go for such aggressive plays at the start of the round and take so many risks that you couldn't like say in CS. And I would say Cypher is probably the only other mandatory character that you kind of need in your team, just because of tripwires create so much space on the map where, like, if you want, say on Haven, if you are even focusing on one part of the map, you have to put a tripwire or a person there. But if you just put a tripwire, then that's another man to push with.
I also think that the current character meta with like Brimstone and like Phoenix or Breach kind of causes the game to be played a lot like Counter-Strike, and well, that's just like how it's played right now is a lot like Counter-Strike. But I'm excited to see in the future with new characters like it move past that kind of just smoke flash into sights type of thing and see what other characters can bring to the table.
Okay, so you're one of those people that want more like maybe like a raise that actually is like a damage or like something that's a way different than like a utility based kind of like you want more duelists and stuff that are actually like, okay, that's interesting. I mean, again, coming from a Counter-Strike background, I know a lot of people dislike that other adverse version of it, but
I agree.
What do you guys expect the competitive landscape to look like coming into the future of Valorant? Yeah.
I think they actually said that for the first year or two, it's going to be like CS, people are different companies are going to do the tournaments for them.
Okay.
And then later on, I think it's going to be exactly like the LCS where they franchise it.
Okay, so like Overwatch did it and how League did it, and
League before it was franchised was just like CS, like there's IEM and all that other stuff.
Yep, that's true.
So they're kind of just working out the grassroots, taking all that exposure for free pretty much because they don't have to do anything. And then once they're ready, they'll just franchise it.
Are you guys gonna wanna live in a gaming house together? You're gonna drive each other insane?
Why
I'm
not?
trying to room
Why
with Bjor, man.
Who trying to cuddle in the king size team bed?
King size.
King size team bed.
not?
You gotta
Uh,
fit like all of us in there, so it's gotta be king size, right? Or do we get more than one bed?
No, we only get one bed.
you get one
we
bed
only get
until
one
you
bed,
start
yeah.
winning.
One bed? I'm not sure.
One bed
then.
until you get one bed per tournament win, and then you guys can whoever's
okay.
the MVP can get their own bed.
I'll be fine then. It's fine. I'll be good. It's fine.
Have you guys come up against any team comps and agent comps that have kind of like you were kind of confused by that caught you off guard a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. We were winning scrims a lot towards the beginning because we were just playing against like standardized comps like Breach, just Brimstone, Cypher Sage, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it was really obvious what people were doing because the meta was pretty much just established in NA. And then we faced this team called Code 7 for the first time.
Okay.
And they completely owned us, running Breach, Jet, and Omen on attack on Vine. And what they would do was they would just Breach flash into U-Haul on Vine, and the Jet would just instantly dash behind it, and he had literally 0 time to react before you were just already dead. So like really hyper aggressive comps, I can see teams like really good teams just losing to them if they've never played against them.
Are there any agents that you think are OP now that are going to be easy to learn to work around? And are there any agents that you think are underpowered that you think just aren't being utilized to their best abilities yet?
I think Viper is like an underutilized agent in my opinion, because I don't
Yeah,
think
she is.
anyone really knows
Viper
her
and Omen, yeah.
true potential. Yeah, Viper and Omen, and I know Omen's. I think both of them are getting buffs actually,
Yeah, and Jet.
but I
too.
think it's definitely Viper because I don't know. She just has so many unique stuff that could be implemented, but no one actually does it.
Yeah, I think Viper, she can be very useful. But yeah, Omen is clearly the weakest one for me, I would say. Like, Flash are easy to dodge. Everything, I don't know. He needs a buff, that's for sure for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was funny because I think at first everybody, I mean, again, when you were like playing against unranked and kind of everyone's just still learning Omen's ults, everyone would get like freaked out by he'd behind
Yeah.
you and spawn or whatever. But I think now when you learn to play against him, he's pretty easy to like, you can kind of hear him too if you're close enough to where he's going to teleport. I think the only place that's really like kind of an issue is on Haven where he could end up because I think there's just so much room for him to
Yeah.
cover. But other than
People
that,
use his ultimate too to like fast rotate instead of like running all the way. They use it
Yeah,
to rotate
yeah.
faster to So
I think it's better in like a sense of if you're at the end of like the round when there's only like 1 or 2 of the defenders left and you have bomb at like A, you just teleport to B and then you're like, oh, I'm planting, sorry.
Yeah.
And then
Just the problem with his abilities is they're like really obvious. Like you know where his smokes are coming from. You can see that. You can hear all of his abilities, and
Yeah,
his
that's
flash
true.
is just really bad. So I definitely think he'll probably get some really good buffs in this next patch, and you could see much use more after that.
I know you were talking about like the hyper aggressive comps. Do you see like any comps where they literally play like Raze, Jet, Phoenix, like all of the Omen, all of the duelists all doing like solo things, or is it just not like it's just not going to be in like a team setting where like if you just because at the beginning honestly of the game usually you are taking 1v1s because if they're holding different sites like you're not going to have like 2 people holding one angle if you really are just fully running at them but like you know having a mobility enough and the flashes enough to just take these 1v1s. Do you see that being like a comp that would catch somebody off guard or be good maybe?
I think if you're going to run a hyper aggressive comp, it's just got to be like a fully XU type comp where you just run in as 5 and then you're just in their face instantly.
Yeah,
think-
kind of like we are. North America doesn't really run anything like that, but if you watch any of the Korean tournaments, usually they're playing like a Jet, Phoenix, and Raze, and just kind of like running it down mid with that. So it's really interesting to watch compared to like what North Americans do, which is basically just play the game like Counter-Strike. But yeah, that's like those are like the only teams I've seen running something like that and actually doing it and having success with it.
If you guys could duo with anybody in history, anybody that has ever existed and that does exist, who would you duo with? Who do you think would be fun? Who do you think would be good at video games maybe?
I think I would choose Michael Jordan. Just because I feel like, yeah, everyone talks about his competitiveness and like how crazy he used to be, and like it would be pretty cool to see that in a video game and like next to him, And
Yeah,
like
Michael Jordan's the next simple.
Yeah.
exactly, maybe he is, and like I just want to see his like competitive side.
Yeah, we'll
Up
probably
close.
play with Albert Einstein, probably, just to learn while I play a lot. I feel like I can bring a lot
Dude,
of
you already play
knowledge.
with him. His name is Staniel. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Big brain.
but yeah, I feel I could learn a lot out of this guy, and yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think I'd choose like a comedian like Theo Vaughn or something like that, just because I'm trying to have fun when I'm playing. But yeah, I'd choose somebody like that because I'm just trying to like have some content for the stream.
Of
And
course,
just have
for
a
the
good
stream.
time.
It's all about the
Yeah.
content.
Einstein
Yeah.
bring content too.
It's true. Do you guys believe in ghosts or aliens? And have you had any experiences with either?
I have not had experiences with either, but I really want aliens to exist. At like some point in my life, I want to like there to be proof of like aliens or see them or something. I don't know. I feel like 2020 aliens would definitely vaporize us, but if we got them in like 2030, then I think they'd be pretty chill and like give us like spaceship tours, something like that.
If you had a walkout song, what would it be? Like if you won the tournament and you're playing yourself out, what are you walking out to?
Mine is a song from a Mongolian like death metal band who throat sings.
Is it the Mongolian throat singing? But it's death
Yeah.
metal?
It's like metal.
Okay.
guess.
Mongolian throat singing
Isn't
metal.
it the Who or something like that?
Juve.
Yeah,
The
It's
Who,
Who.
Wolf Totem?
No,
Or-
it's the other one. The
You
Juve.
view.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
that one.
all right. I hope we can put like a snippet of this into this video. I like it. What about anybody else?
Me, I'm more an electronic type of music type of guy, so I like probably some drum and bass. Netsky, I would say, is one of my favorite artists. Everything in drum and bass, stuff like that. Yeah.
So we're not doing stereotypical like Eye of the Tiger, like We're the Champions
No,
kind of
that's
thing.
that's kind of played out. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of lame now.
Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's too boomer for you
Get out of
guys.
here.
Last thing, I guess, is do you guys have one word to describe your team?
Probably underrated for me is the good word. We're all low followers. I think people don't know what we're capable of, but yeah, we're pretty strong, and yeah, underrated is a good word for me.
We'll
Yeah.
show him. We'll show him.
I believe in it. I don't know about Koler, but I think the other the other ones, you guys will show him. Somebody's gonna show him. This is my little game experience.
Unlucky, Koler, unlucky.
Unfortunate. It's fine. It's fine. Always a Frenchie. Huh? Always a Frenchie. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
we
alright.
already bullied Koler enough.
Yeah, it's alright.
Underrated. Well, I have faith in you guys,
Yes.
think
Thank you.
especially
Thank you.
with I know Immortals will do everything in their power to help you get all of the resources you need
Yes.
to be the best, honestly. And
they
once
force
you get
it.
your fifth, I think you'll be unstoppable. And again, it's me. I am the fifth.
Yeah.
You're our counter to Wardell.
The sniper.
I can out op him easy, short and slow. Okay, it's not that slow. He's pretty good. I got it.